இதுக்காக பத்தச்சனை போயிங்க.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to each one of you to the valedictory ceremony of the Rashtriya Ekta Seminar organized by the Department of Social Sciences, School of Social Sciences and Languages VIT in collaboration with the Indian Council of Social Science Research. This seminar held on the theme Vision of the Self-Reliant Bharat, Revisiting Pragmatism, Idealism and Unification in Sardar Patel's Thought, brought together intellectual minds, scholars and students in rich discussions and deliberations over the past few sessions. Let us now begin the dignified event. Before we begin, I would like to welcome the dignitaries on the dais. We're deeply honored to have amidst us Honorable Justice Fakir Mohammad Ibrahim Khalifullah, former Judge, Supreme Court of India, as our chief guest. I would also like to welcome Dr. V. Selvam, Dean SSL VIT, Dr. Sarika Gupta, Associate Dean, and Dr. Naveen Kumar, HOD SSL. I would also like to welcome the distinguished Vice President, Dr. Shekhar Vishwanathan, onto the dais. Now, in order to formally welcome our dignitaries and participants, I invite Dr. Naveen Kumar, Head of Department of Social Sciences, for the welcome address.
Thank you, Niranjana. It gives me immense pleasure at the time of valedictory to welcome our chief guest. Welcome our chief guest, Honorable Justice FMI Khalifullah, former Judge Supreme Court of India. I am welcoming Dr. Shekhar Vishwanathan, Vice President, Vellore Institute of Technology, Vellore. I am welcoming at this moment our Dean SSL, Dr. Selvam B. I am welcoming Associate Dean here, Madam Sarika Gupta. Here on this moment, I am welcoming the participant came from the different college. I am welcoming the participant in the faculty from the different college of the Vellore and other district. He came to participate in this particular seminar. Welcoming here all the student participant, research scholar, all department HOD from the SSL. Welcoming our faculty colleague and the participant. On this particular juncture, we celebrated on the Sardar Patel, a vision of self-reliant Bharat, revitalizing pragmatic idealism and unification in Sardar Patel's thought. Today's seminar get conducted and we are here on the concluding moment. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for your warm and gracious welcome. Next, I would like to invite Dr. V. Selvam, Dean of School of Social Sciences and Language, to share a brief overview of the School of Social Sciences and Languages.
Thank you. Good evening to one and all. Warm greetings. Beloved Vice President, Dr. Shekhar Vishwanathan, Honorable Chief Justice, Chief Guest, Honorable Chief Guest, Justice F.M. Ibrahim Khalifullah, former Judge, Supreme Court of India, respected Dr. Sarika Gupta, Associate Dean, SSL, respected Dr. Naveen Kumar, Head, Department of Social Science, respected Dr. Rupak Kumar, Seminar Convener, VIT, Organizing Secretaries, Dr. Ramnath, Dr. Rizwan Ahmed, and faculty members from Social Science, keynote speaker, esteemed plenary speakers, research scholar, faculties and students, and faculties from Houris College, Hakim College, Sacred Arts College. It gives me immense pleasure to say a few words about School of Social Science and Languages on this national seminar on 5th August 2025. This national seminar on Rashtriya Ekta National Unit Seminar in collaboration with ICSSR, Indian Council of Social Sciences Research, on Vision of Self-Reliance Bharat, Revisiting Pragmatism, Idealism and Unification in Sardar Patel Thoughts. School of Social Science Languages, shortly it is called SSL, was started in 2009. In SSL, we have one dean, myself, and one associate dean, Dr. Sarika Gupta, and four departments, namely Department of Social Science, headed by Dr. Naveen Kumar, and having 34 faculty members offering MSW PG program with 66 students and 105 research scholars having specialization in economic, sociology, social work, psychology, political science, international relations. Number two, Department of Commerce, headed by Dr. Usha, having 26 faculty members offering 4 different UG program. 1, BCom General. Number 2, BCom FinTech. Number 3, BCom Banking and Capital Market. Number 4, BCom Business Process Services. And also, we have collaborated with NSC and ACCA for this BCom program. Totally, we have UG student nearly 1,142 and PG 69 student. And also we have 403 PhD research scholar. Department of English headed by Dr. Anil Kumar, having 54 faculty members with 240 PhD research scholar doing research in literature and ELT. Department of Languages headed by Dr. Jayalakshmi, having 23 faculty members with 10 research scholars offering research in Hindi, Tamil, Spanish, French, German. Totally in SSL we have 137 faculties. And also in addition to these programs, we offer some major programs like BTech, offering some compulsory foreign languages like French, German, Japanese, Spanish, Arabic, Hindi, Tamil and Chinese. Apart from that, foreign languages, we offer some compulsory courses to all BTech like Ethics and Values, Indian Constitution, Essence of Traditional Knowledge. In SSL, we have research publications so far, 728 published in Scopus with some impact factor. Totally, we have patent granted 2, patent published 2. Guest lectures so far organized from 2021 to 2024, 458. Consultancy work done so far 16. Industrial visit totally 57 for our BCom and MSW student. funded project totally from 2023 to 24 till date we have 11. We have 4 adjourned professor, one in from social science from Hungarian, one from social science South Africa, 2 for commerce from Sri Lanka and Malaysia. One native speaker, Professor Satya, who is no native speaker from French language assistant. Placement for BCom, last year alone we have 57 students got placed in various companies. So this is no short introduction about SSL. Thank you so much for the opportunities. Thank you one and all.
Thank you, sir, for highlighting the initiatives and vision of the school. May I now request the esteemed Vice President, Dr. Shekhar Vishwanathan, on the dais to do the honors and present a token of our appreciation to our esteemed chief guest. Thank you, sir, for doing the honors. To give us a summary of the seminar proceedings and its key outcomes, I invite the seminar convener, Dr. Rupak Kumar, Assistant Professor SSL, to present the seminar report.
Thank you. Respected Chief Guest, Honorable Justice FMI Khalifullah, former Judge, Supreme Court of India, Vice President of VIT, Dr. Shekhar Vishwanathan, our School Dean and Associate Dean and HOD sir. As we have gathered here for the valedictory session of the National Unity Seminar on Sardar Patel, organized by Department of Social Sciences, School of Social Sciences and Languages, VIT, in collaboration with Indian Council of Social Science Research, ICSSR, on 4th and 5th of August. The seminar, since the beginning, witnessed an overwhelming response across the country. As soon as we floated the call for paper advertisement in end of March and beginning of April, we received more than 150 abstracts on various themes revolving around Sardar Patel, such as his vision of independent India, integration of princely states, constitutionalism, fundamental rights and minority rights in India, nation building, foreign policy, national security, geopolitics, and Patel's leadership. A total of 105 abstracts were shortlisted to submit the full paper. We received 50 full papers from more than 18 states of India. The seminar witnessed more than 170 external participants, out of which 60 academicians presented 41 different research papers. Besides, we witnessed more than 300 students from our university who overwhelmingly participated in the poster exhibition program on Sardar Patel. The idea to include poster exhibition was to ignite the budding minds with his thought at the formative stage. The posters are still displayed at the 7th floor of this building. In total, we witnessed more than 500 participants in 2 days. We have participants from 40 different universities and colleges across the country. We are fortunate to have participants from colleges in Vellore, Voorhees College, Abdul Hakim College, Sacred Heart College, Tirupattur, Global Arts and Science College. Given the niche topic of the seminar focused on commemorating the upcoming 158th birth anniversary of Sardar Patel, we also faced a little difficulty in finding papers on various themes such as social thought of Sardar Patel and various dimensions of Sardar Patel. But we are optimistic that as we move forward, such paucity will be overcome by a deeper engagement among the academic community. It's better late than never that we drop the pebble in the ocean and others will drop theirs too. so that we have a comprehensive idea of Sardar Patel's social, political, economic, and diplomatic thoughts. Over the last 2 days, we discussed Patel's approach to Tibet and China, his relationship with Nehru, his influence on India's cooperative movement, national movement, and his leadership as a disciplined Congress leader, integration of princely states, his advocacy for agrarian rights and social justice, his extraordinary emphasis on civic education as a tool for nation building, disability empowerment, rural welfare, and self reliance, economic vision, and federal unity, to outline a few of the themes that we discussed in last 2 days. Now our effort is to do a comprehensive revision of these papers and shortlist them for publication after taking due copyright permission from ICSSR. As we come to conclude the National Unity Seminar, we must leave this place with a learning that Sardar Patel strived to make India a nation that remain united, strong, and self-reliant. Now the baton is in our hands, and we shall weave a nation of his dream before passing it over to the next generation. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. We now move to a much anticipated part of the ceremony, that is the prize distribution for the best paper as well as the best poster. May I request our chief guest to distribute the awards for the best paper as in when I announce the names. Dr. Shivaraju CD, Assistant Professor, University of Mysore, Karnataka. Dr. Geetu Rachel Stephen and Dr. Savita N. VIT.
Congratulations to both of them.
Dr. Vishesh Pratap Gurjar, Nirma University. Thank you, sir, for doing the honors. Yes. I would now like to request the esteemed Vice President, Dr. Shekhar Vishwanathan, to to present the awards for the best poster. Chitrala Satwik Sundar.
Best poster. Five best poster. Five more than 3 minutes.
Yes, five.
Congratulations.
Naren M.
Reading the next name, so next question.
Yes. Sairam J. Gifta Aida J. And Nancy Kumari.
I know.
Thank you, dignitaries. It is now my honor to invite our beloved Vice President, Dr. Shekhar Vishwanathan, to address the gathering.
The secret of India's unity lies in its diversity, said Sardar Patel. Good afternoon to all of you. It's my great pleasure to welcome our chief guest of the day, Justice Khalifullah sir, former judge of Supreme Court of India. No, he has been a friend of our chancellor for decades together now. And it's a great pleasure to for 40 years. So unfortunately, Chancellor couldn't attend. So he told me personally to make sure our chief guest is comfortable throughout the day. I hope we are doing well. Okay. Okay. I extend my welcome to all the delegates from various parts of the country, all the great scholars, students, and the press and media, and my dear faculty and staff and students. I first of all would like to congratulate the Dean and the entire team of SSL for organizing this wonderful seminar. It's a great seminar, especially with the topic mainly focusing on the work of Sardar Patel in relation to the self-reliant country. It's a great topic. I missed some of the sessions. I think I'll catch up with you later to understand the proceedings. Of course, I want to be very brief because I'm here to listen, not to speak, but I just wanted to say a few words. See, as we all know, our great Sardar's vision is to unite the country. And we all know the kind of diversity our country has. If I just travel few kilometers from here, they speak a different language. I travel another 100 kilometers this side, they speak a different language. But we are all united as Indians. We are separated by languages, we are separated by castes, thousands of castes, we are separated by religions, but we are united as a country, as Indian. All this has happened because of freedom fighters like Sardar Patel. Because, as you read history, whether it's history of Europe or history of India, it's very similar. All of us were fighting with each other, trying to kill each other. But then, after all this history, some kingdoms expanded, some kingdoms shrunk, but we are now united as one nation, and it's really a pride that we are all progressing very well. But we should not let any elements trying to, divide us in the name of religion or in the name of caste or in the name of language, creed. There are so many things which can easily divide us. But it's very important that we follow our Sardar's words or Gandhi's words and making sure we continue to stay united and work for a very strong, progressive India. As you know, we have had the major corona effect, right? The entire world changed with corona. And now we have another factor, the Trump effect. Everything is changing. Every day, the news is, okay, what tariff India is going to suffer, what tariff some other country is going to suffer. But all this, we should be able to withstand, because world is going to be like this. With one factor or another, some other thing will come. But as a country, we should stay united and face all these challenges and become self-reliant, not necessarily depending on one particular nation in the world. We should also be interdependent. We should be able to export there. We should be able to import in a nice free trade manner. I hope someday we will be able to reach some kind of understanding like that and make India as one of the best superpowers in the world. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring and visionary address. Before we move on to the address by the chief guest, I would like to give a brief introduction of our chief guest for today, Honorable Justice F.M. Ibrahim Khalifullah. He is a distinguished former judge of the Supreme Court of India, known for his judicial acumen, integrity, and contributions to constitutional jurisprudence. Born on 23rd July 1951 in Tamil Nadu, Justice Khalifullah began his law career as an advocate in 1975, practicing primarily in civil, criminal, and labor law. He was elevated as a judge of the Madras High Court in 2000 and later served as the acting Chief Justice and subsequently the Chief Justice of Jammu and Kashmir High Court. In April 2012, he was appointed as a judge of Supreme Court of India, where he served with distinction until his retirement in July 2016. During his tenure in the Supreme Court, Justice Khalifullah delivered several landmark judgments and was part of important constitutional benches. Supreme Court of India appointed him as one of the mediators to resolve the Ayodhya dispute in 2019. Post-retirement, Justice Khalifullah has remained committed to public service and legal reform and continues to inspire the legal fraternity with his wisdom and humility. I now invite our chief guest to address the gathering.
Good evening to all of you. By the grace of Almighty God, let me address this august gathering. My dear friend, Dr. G. Viswanathan, he told me this morning, he rang me up and said that he committed to attend a meeting at Erode, and that however much he tried, he couldn't avoid that, and therefore he had gone there. He is my friend for more than 40 years. That is the relationship I have. And Dr. Shekhar Viswanathan is like my son, as good as my son. And his wife, Dr. Sandhya, I met her this afternoon. I met for each other couple. We all will wish them a long life. Dr. Kanchana Bhaskaran. She's not there. Dr. Parsadi Malik, Pro Vice Chancellor. Dr. Jayaparati, Registrar. Dr. Selvam, Dean. Dr. Sarika Gupta, Associate Dean. Dr. Naveen Kumar, Head of the Department of Social Sciences Department. Other distinguished delegates, faculties, distinguished guests who presided over and who delivered very, very thoughtful lectures. In fact, I myself attended one of the sessions, which was between 10:45 and 12 o'clock. It was amazing to know so much about the deep involvement of Dr. Sardar Patel. It was really very thought-provoking, and I requested them, I wished that they should spread that message continuously for the present generation so that they can get the ideas about the great statesmen like Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, how they fought for the nation and what was the nature of involvement, dedicated involvement for the cause of the nation. Learned participants of different sessions, dear members of the audience, officers and staff of VIT University, the gentlemen of press and media, ladies and gentlemen. It is really an honor to speak about the great leaders of Indian history and a legendary personality like Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, who is known as the Iron Man of India. Really an Iron Man. Of course, if you see, I have not seen any of his portraits with a smile. He's so very strong and committed. His face itself shows the determination, the grit with which he was functioning. Born on 31/10/1875. 31/10/1875 in Nadiad, Gujarat. A brave freedom fighter, a wise statesman. I used to, whenever I address my legal fraternity or wherever I get an opportunity to address the institutions, I used to point out one factor, very, very important, vital factor. And if you take the history of our independence, the pre-independent era, the era immediately after independence, and the present era, you will find, I'll just name some, from Dr. Sachidananda Sinha, Dr. Rajendra Prasad, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Maulana Abul Kalam Azad, Dr. Rajaji, Dr. Ambedkar. I can go on listing the personalities who dedicate their life for the nation. Every one of them was a statesman. நம்ம அவங்கள தேசியவாதி அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவோம். Every one of them. They had no personal interest. Their interest was common, that our people, the society, the Indian community, every one of us should lead a very, very comfortable, independent life. That was the pre-independent era. They fought for our independence, 1947. Between 46 and 49, they framed the Indian Constitution. They dedicated it to the nation on 26th January 1950. That is the Magna Carta for this nation. And they lived for about 10-15 years thereafter. And the statesmanship of that era, the pre-independent era, continued for about 10-15 years. And now, with a very heavy heart, I am placing it before you. I am searching for one such statesman who dedicated himself for the nation. I don't have any personal interest. I want my people to lead a very decent life, honest life. I'm searching. I wish. That's why I requested the delegates who were delivering their lectures, please continue to spread your message to the younger generation, to the present era. And one young little girl asked a question after the session. She asked, I don't know her name, I failed to note her name, a very, very relevant question for the present juncture. She asked, Sir, what is the advice you want to give us? She asked us. We were all sitting in the dais. I told her, yes. Today, after referring to this statesmanship, see, without politics, you cannot think of an orderly society. Politics, that is, in Tamil we call it arasiyal. Arasiyal. That's a kalai. Yal is a kalai. That arasiyal is comprised of very many factors which the politicians possess. And that is how we get the administration. A very effective administration. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, everyone was addressing, known for his administration. I will come to that. There are about 4-5 relevant factors related to Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Therefore, that arasial politics, without politics, it's very difficult for any country to survive. They have to rule the nation. They have to take care of the interest of the people because they represent every segment of the people. Every one of us, 144 crores of the country, we can't go and try to administer the nation. Therefore, we send them. And every one of them, therefore, is a politician. So I told that girl, how many of these educated mass, how many of the well-informed, not only educated, well-informed people who are in the helm of affairs, who are prepared to allow his his son or daughter to join politics? I told her. That is the need of the day. People who in the helm of affairs, who are well informed, who are well educated, please allow your children to join politics. When people of that caliber slowly withdrew from the politics, thinking as though it is not a good thing. Definitely not. Politics is a vital institution, and the politics alone can administer the country. But when people who should have been there withdrew from that institution, in that vacuum, something else entered. And therefore, I told that girl, please, this generation, we have seen in our era, we had the opportunity to have the glimpse of Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Of course, I couldn't get that opportunity of Vallabhbhai Patel. Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru I could see, Lal Bahadur Shastri I could see, very many such, Dr. Rajaji I could see. They were all there. I could see their involvement in for the cause of the nation, for the betterment of the society. Therefore I told that girl, please have a change of mind. Please enter politics. If you don't enter politics, people with right thinking mind, they don't enter politics. You will have to necessarily face some difficulties. Well, let us not accuse anybody, but you don't create a vacuum. Please create that better political situation by entering politics and then uplift the society. do good things for the society. I wish that you also become statesman of this country. So, Dr. Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, his contribution, it was an exceptional administrative one. His contribution to India's freedom struggle, and most importantly, to the integration of the nation after independence. It is no parallel. It was unparalleled. His contribution for the integration of the nation was unparalleled. In fact, that was one of the themes in the 2 days seminar. He was a lawyer. He was a barrister lawyer. His interest was for the common people, nothing else. In fact, inspired by the father of our nation, Dr. Mahatma Gandhi, he joined the freedom movement and became one of its very respected leaders. In the first instance, how his fame came to be recognized was his leadership during this Kheda and Bardoli Satyagraha. His involvement in that event was with his committed involvement for the cause of justice, and he displayed his very thick ability to organize the people at the same time peacefully, but very effectively. It was after this event of the success of Bardoli movement in 1928, he was given the title Sardar, that is a leader. That was the first very important milestone in his career. Then we come to his next theme was unity and discipline. From what I read about Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, post-independence, that is after 1947, there was a very massive challenge which was pertaining to the princely states. There were more than 50, even more than, I think a doctor will be able to tell us,
56.
more than 56 princely states rulers were the administrators. It was not certain after the independence whether they are going to join the Indian nation. It was at this critical moment, Sardar Patel, who was a deputy prime minister as well as a home minister, he used his diplomacy, firmness, and strategic thinking. He persuaded almost all of them without using any force to merge with India, except maybe one occasion relating to one princely state. Otherwise, by virtue of his diplomacy and strategic thinking, he was able to persuade them to join along with the mainstream. That is how we inherited a united India. He was, for this first one, for that successful Satyagraha, he was called Sardar. For this second achievement, he was called as the architect of modern India, the next milestone in his career. He also laid the foundation for, that is the third aspect. When you come to the third aspect, he laid the foundation for India's civil services and administrative structure. His ideology was not to suppress diversity, but to protect unity. It should be understood. We should know the difference between the theme for unity, protecting the unity, as Dr. Segar put it. We have several religions, several languages, several castes, community, but in spite of all that, if we are able to survive, that is because of personalities like Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's efforts to concretize this unity, diversity, unity in diversity. He passed away on 15/12/1950, just 2 years before my birth. You see, we are 150 years, 1875. 1950 he passed away. We are in 2025. 150 years have gone by, but still we are able to speak about him, speak about his achievements, speak about his thoughts and the efforts, his involvement in the freedom struggle, his involvement in the political development, involvement in the administration, involvement in creating structures in the administration. So in 2018, the government of India, it is a very thoughtful exercise. In 2018, the Statue of Unity, that is the world's, I am told, is the tallest statue at 182 meters, was unveiled in Gujarat in his honor as a powerful reminder of his strength, dedication, and patriotism. This is posthumous, after his demise. This see the achievement of a person who lived some 75 years ago, and we are recognizing his dedication and his service to this Indian nation by erecting a statue of 182 meters, the tallest one in the whole world, just as a mark of respect to him and to recognize the concept of unity amongst us. His life teaches us that true leadership is not power, but about responsibility. So I will quote what Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad vis-a-vis Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. So both of them were towering personalities. They involved themselves very dedicatedly in the freedom of our nation. Though they differed in ideologies, temperament, and approach, Maulana Azad, being a liberal nationalist and Sardar and scholar, Sardar Patel was a pragmatic and firm administrator. They shared a very deep commitment for India's independence and unity. I have drawn a few words of what Maulana Abdul Kalam Azad said about Sardar Patel. In his writings and speeches, Maulana Azad, he often acknowledged Sardar's administrative brilliance and unmatched contribution to the integration of princely states. So they were the contemporaries. Therefore, we have to acknowledge the certificate that the glorified words of Maulana Abul Kalam Azad about Sardar Patel. In his book, India Wins Freedom, Maulana wrote and believed Sardar Patel's deep concern about internal security. This is the fourth aspect of Sardar Patel's regime. Internal security and communal harmony is Sardar Patel's his involvement, his deep-rooted thinking about the internal security and communal harmony, which has been acknowledged by Maulana Azad in his book India Wins Freedom. In the wake of, because that was a time when they had these violent riots which created some sort of a difficult situation. I quote what Maulana Azad said in his book, to quote, I must, however, pay tribute to Sardar Patel's great qualities. He was a man of iron will and unshakable resolution. Once he decided upon a course of action, he would pursue it with determination. Unquote. You see the golden words of Maulana Azad about Sardar Patel. Again, to quote, his contribution to the consolidation of India can never be forgotten. He was the strongest pillar in the government who gave shape to New India. Unquote. So these are the loaded words of Maulana Abul Kalam Azad about Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Maulana, he praised Patel's role in merging the private princely states into the Indian Union, and he called it a historic and unmatched achievement. It was a very difficult task. I tell you, I was narrating an incident how in Kashmir, because of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel's interference, the Kashmir was saved from a disaster in 1957. I happened to visit the place called UD. That is the northernmost corner of Jammu and Kashmir. I went there for distributing welfare measures through my legal services authority. And after that program, I was asked to visit that post called command post. When I went there, then only I realized that, and the history was told to me, that the Kabuliwalas entered through that border and started looting and massacring our Kashmiri people. And when Maharaja Hari Singh was helpless to control them, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel came for his rescue, and our army people went there, and those Kabuliwalas, those rowdy elements were chased away from that UD area, and that command post, a commander's name was Kaman, and in his name that post is there. And even today, the post is there, and our Jawans are guarding that border. See, this is another achievement of Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel at the northernmost corner of our country. Maulana, again, he emphasized inclusivity and harmony between Hindus and Muslims, and that Sardar Patel focused on strong national unity and administrative control. On this area also, both of them shared a commitment to the longer cause of free sovereign India. After Sardar Patel's death in 1950, Maulana Azad publicly expressed his deep sorrow and called it a great loss for the nation. He referred to Sardar Patel to quote, a patriot who had rendered monumental service and that his absence would be felt in shaping the young Republic of India. Unquote. See, this is the history. Yeah, in a very short way, I am trying to portray it before you. The history of Sardar Patel's career, um, starting from the independent struggle and ending with the administration as a deputy prime minister and home minister. So, what is the lesson? What is the lesson we learn from this historic event of this 2 days national seminar, a national unity seminar? The seminar itself has been coined as National Unity Seminar. Lesson is number one, unity in diversity, which was emphasized by Dr. Segar Viswanathan in his speech. Unity in diversity is mandatory, without which it will be very difficult for us to continue to keep this unity intact. Number two, from what the achievement of Sardar Patel, we should learn the grit that is to achieve the goal, his efforts in persuading the princely states to come to the mainstream. It was very a great achievement, and therefore that grit with which he handled it without any disturbance, without any casualty, without any difficulty is a lesson which every one of us should know. We have to set the goal and achieve it. That is another, I think, aspect which every one of us should learn. The political vision, the statesmanship, the administration, the improvement of the administration. We can go on listing out his achievements and the lessons which we can draw from his life career. As I requested the younger generation, please think about your participate in politics, and then thereby you are able to bring about a very much more improved, developed, and very organized society in India with unity in diversity. Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for those thought-provoking and enlightening words. Before we move on, before we conclude, there are 3 colleges who have participated in this seminar from within Vellore. So I would like to request the following faculties to come and receive certificates on behalf of the participants. Dr. Tirumaran, HOD, Voorhees College. Dr. S. Mohammed Rafiq, Abdul Hakim College. And Alexander S. from Sacred Heart College. Thank you, dignitaries. To formally conclude this event, I now invite Dr. Rizwan Ahmed from the School of Social Sciences and Language to deliver the vote of thanks.
A very good afternoon to everyone. Please join me in welcoming our chief guest of this valedictory session, Honorable Justice FMI Khalifullah, our esteemed Vice President Sekhar Viswanathan sir, and Honorable dignitaries on the dais and off the dais, distinguished professor, participant scholars, and dear students. As we draw the curtains on this enriching today's national seminar, it is both my privilege and sincere honor to extend a comprehensive vote of thanks to all those who have contributed to the success of this academic endeavor. To begin with, first and foremost, we express our profound gratitude to our Honorable Chancellor, Dr. G. Viswanathan sir, for his inspirational presidential address, which aptly highlighted the role of academic forums in fostering critical inquiry, civic responsibility, and scholarly advancement. We are also immensely thankful to our chief guest of inauguration, Professor Jagannath Ambagodia, Director TIS Guwahati, for delivering a thought-provoking inaugural address that provided a deep insight and laid a robust foundation for the seminar's intellectual trajectory. Our heartfelt appreciation also extends to Professor Himanshu Roy, Chairperson, Center for Political Studies, Jawaharlal Nehru University, for his scholarly reflection on Sardar Patel's political thought and pragmatism, which offered a critical perspective and enriched the academic discourse. We are also especially honored by the gracious presence of Honorable Justice FMI Khalifullah, former Judge, Supreme Court of India, whose address, rather I must say, it was a very emotional, and right now it was a very large and very good. So with his insight and reflective address, thereby elevating the academic gravitas of this seminar. We are also very much grateful for our distinguished plenary speaker, Dr. Naga Sridhar from the Hindu newspaper, Professor M.N. Rajesh from University of Hyderabad, Professor K. Ashok from Madras Christian College, Chennai, for their insightful session. And each of them has explored the diverse dimension of the seminar theme and contributed meaningfully to the overall discourse. Our sincere thanks due to our academic leadership, V. Selvam sir, Dean, School of Social Science and Languages, Associate Dean Ma'am, Professor Dr. Sarika Gupta, School of Social Science and Languages, Head of the Department, Dr. Naveen Kumar sir, for their steadfast support, guidance, and encouragement throughout the planning and execution of this academic exercise. To all our paper presenter, panelists, and delegate, we extend our heartfelt appreciation for your rigorous leadership, scholarship, critical intervention, and enthusiastic participation. Our intellectual contribution have significantly deepened the understanding of Sardar Patel's manifested legacy, enabling dialogue that has borne nuanced and forward-looking. A special word of recognition must also go to the organizing committee, particularly Dr. Rupa Kumar, the convener of this seminar, whose leadership and perseverance were central to the success of this event. I also extend my sincere thanks to Dr. Ramnath and Dr. Rizwan, that is me, for co-convener for assisting this, executing this collective academic initiative. We are equally indebted to the dedication and effort of our school scholars and student volunteer whose behind the scenes work has ensured this seamless and professional conduct of each session. Your commitment, teamwork, and meticulous coordination are sincerely appreciated. Finally, I extend my sincere thanks to all the attendees, faculty members, research scholars from different schools from different universities, student and university staff for their enthusiastic presence, sustains engagement, and for fostering a climate of intellectual learning to make our event successful. As we formally conclude this valedictory session, let us carry forward the ideas, insight, and academic impulse generated over the past 2 days. May they continue inspiring for further research, meaningful conversation, and actionable thought in both academic and societal progress. With that, I'll end here. Thank you, everyone, once again.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for acknowledging all those who contributed to the success of this event. I now request all of you to rise for the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल वंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष माहे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
With that, we conclude the valedictory ceremony of the Rashtriya Ekta Seminar. On behalf of the